All right, hello. Welcome to everyone who is watching at this point. This is day 2 of Frostbite. This is going to encompass the end of the second Swiss round and the beginning of the third Swiss round. I believe the game we are starting off with is between Meta Busters and Andromeda. Just going to pull it up real quick and check. Yep. So it's going to be Andromeda versus the Meta Busters. Meta Busters is going into their second game with a win, and Andromeda is going into their second game with an unfortunate defeat. I believe to the Rift Sharks. It was a pretty long game, pretty close. All got some comfort champions, so we're going to see if they go for a similar draft this game. I believe what they went for last time was Gangplank, Mordekaiser, Fizz, Victor, and Nami. I wouldn't be too surprised to see the Victor Nami come back. And the GP was definitely a good champion as well. Cam's Fizz started off really strong, but I think it's definitely more situational. I wouldn't be super surprised to see Alana bring out the Mordekaiser jungle again. I think it does pretty well. The champion's pretty good in the jungle right now, and it's pretty safe blind. You can kind of get the same thing done no matter what. For Meta Busters, I have zero expectations because they're probably going to bust the meta, so whatever I guess likely won't come to fruition anyway, so I'm not going to put too much thought into it. We are going to be able to hop into the game pretty shortly, just getting the game loaded up for us right now. Hopefully we will have another caster on soon. Oh, and Noam just hopped on.
I can be a caster if no one else is getting on.
Yeah, I could also just solo cast it. I feel like if we haven't seen it, hopefully someone else will get on though. I don't know. Do you have anything to kind of kick off the game for us? Any opening thoughts?
Nothing to say except this game is a certified banger, so I hope you guys are ready.
Oh, I think I've heard of this one, so it should be a good one. Someone thinks that I want to play League of Legends. This is incorrect. All right. And here we go. Game is loading now. Okay, it looks like we have a Zeri top, so already looking pretty good. The Gangplank appears to have not been something that they wanted to run back, so Andromeda is whipping out. Oh my god. Oh, I guess, okay, Meta Busters is probably out of order here. It looks like the Scion jungle is making a return. So this composition is pretty similar to what they did last time. The set is swapped out for an Ornn in the top lane, and Swain is swapped out for a Xerath. I think Garrett was really feeling the lack of range into the Rise matchup, so picking a champion with longer range makes sense. However, it looks like Andromeda is the one busting the meta in this game. They have the Zeri top. The Mordekaiser jungle did say the same, which I correctly predicted. But it looks like we have a Seraphine AD carry and a Brand bot lane. Hold on, Andromeda is getting invaded here. The Meta Busters are going for it. The Brand's able to pick off one, and Stanley with a really good route to stop the invade. But yeah, it looks like they're going for
by the way.
Oh, okay. Yep, looks like they're going for the Seraphine Brand bot lane. And a Zeri top lane with a Yi in the solo lane. So they're really trying to get these AD carry champions fed in their solo lanes, and then just hope their bot lane and jungle have enough AP to kind of supplement it. I mean, you saw the game already. I figured you didn't need a stream. You just remember what happened.
I did see the game,
yeah.
but just to see what you're commentating, yeah.
Nah. You
Are
have
you solo casting, or?
everything just memorized.
True.
I
remember everything.
If you'd rather just do something else and hop on for the rest of the games, you can do that. But
Okay, that works. Have fun, guys.
alright. No one will be back for game 2.
Yes, sir.
Alright, I actually do like the Zeri into Ornn matchup. I think that's probably what they're looking for. I think the Yi into Xerath matchup is probably the exact opposite. I feel like Yi is probably going to have a pretty hard time into Xerath in the early game. But it could also turn out pretty similar to how the Misfortune versus Fizz matchup went in the first game, where it's pretty bad pre-6, and then Cam's kind of able to pop off because he should be able to get a lot of damage done pretty quickly. We do have a mirror matchup in this game. They're in slightly different roles, but there's two Seraphines in the bot lane. so that's going to be fun. Joey making a pretty good trade here. Is able to get a lot of health taken out of Adam. He should be able to walk up into the wave, but Adam's getting a lot of damage. Trade it back on him with the E. Yeah, Dave is just obliterating the wave. Brand is so brutal to play into. Garrett getting a lot of damage dealt down to Cam. Stanley grabs a root on the bot side. Just a lot of trading going on all the lanes. Both teams hoping to get an early kill to kind of accelerate their team comp. Though both of these teams do scale pretty hard, and they don't necessarily need to get anything done early to win the game. Honan drops really low, is not finished off by the passive auto from Stanley, and Dave also falls quite low. Both Seraphines looking to pick up a kill, and neither were able to do it. And this is just non-stop fighting. Jacob burns his flash, and it looks like the play is just going to fizzle out topside. Not too much going on. Cam's able to go for a play. I don't think he has the damage to kill Garrett before Garrett saves back to tower. The stun helps a lot, but Noam's here to try and turn the play. Flashes, burns the flash right back out of E. Good flash trade there. Noam puts Cam in a pretty bad spot if Xerath is able to lock him down later. Looks like there's going to be a fight over Scuttle Crab here, but it might be overshadowed by the fight in the top lane. Adam drops quite low the brittle, but is able to burn the flash to live. Cam's coming up to try and kill Noam. Yeah, he dodges the Scion Q with Alpha Strike and is able to pick up the kill onto Noam. Alana flashes out trying to live. Joey shows up though, and that's 2 kills for Metabusters. They've now taken the advantage in this fight. Can Cam try and turn this play? He has double buffs. No one else in this fight has any buffs. But he is ultimately probably going to fall to the Ornn. Just too much CC for the Master Yi to handle. It's a well-played fight by Metabusters. Able to pick up a 3-for-1 pretty early into the game, accelerating them a little bit. Their gold lead isn't anything crazy though. Noam's looking for the Scuttle Crab to pick up vision right before the dragon. Could give them an advantage on the objective, or at least will help them spot out if anyone else tries to do it. Looks like Noam's just going to path directly on it, but drops an additional ward. So they're really just going to make sure that Andromeda can't sneak this one out from under them. I think Alana walked up, saw that the Scuttle Crab was taken, and is going to go back to farming. Joey committing the teleport to get back bot side. Zeri does not have that summoner spell. Both of hers are down. Both burn, or the flash was burned right before the fight, and the ghost was burned during the fight to try and help her position better, but she did end up dying. Looks like there's some Mia pings. Cam's heading down to bot lane, but it's going to get spotted by that Scuttle, which Andromeda did know was there. Adams seems to not be able to do too much in this matchup. Ornn hit 6 first. That ultimate could spell trouble for him. Zeri is pretty quick on her feet, but it's hard to dodge the ultimate at certain ranges. And once again, these teams in all 3 lanes are just constantly fighting. Jacob's in a really bad spot here. Dave hits the stun and seals his fate. Stanley picks up the first kill in the bot lane for either team, and is able to hit another root onto Honan. Walks up pretty aggressively, gets the trade down. Brand's able to pop the Dark Harvest, but ultimately Stanley ends up too low to be able to force the fight. Ah, oh, so close. The Seraphine Q execute brings Honan quite low, but the Brand is not able to finish off the kill, narrowly missing the W. While these teams might be fighting during this game, the two charities that they picked are actually pretty closely related. Andromeda's going for St. Jude's, and Metabusters is going for the Brain and Behavior Foundation, both of which are supporting kind of like medical things. And just a reminder to anyone watching, feel free to donate at the donation link that we have below the stream, or just sub using your Prime sub or any other type of subscription. All proceeds that we gain throughout the course of this tournament will go to the charity selected by the team that ends up winning the tournament. When we show the standings later, you'll get to see which charity each team picked. And as we get closer to the end of the tournament, some charities will be eliminated, so it'll be more obvious where your money's going if you'd prefer to wait until that point to donate. Adam's in a really tough spot. Pops the ulti but gets knocked up by the Ornn. Joey should be able to just pick off this kill. Gets the brittle and just too much damage for Adam to stand. And Adam has 2 deaths in the top lane, but does have a nice CS lead to kind of counteract it. Looks like Metabusters is going for this dragon. Alana spots it, but is not going to be able to steal this dragon. The Ash Arrow comes out. She's CC chained. Is not even able to get the ultimate out. That was about 4 or 5 seconds of crowd control. You just hate to see it. Honen's looking for a play on Cam. The Master Yi ult comes out, but he's just going to use it to get out. Metabusters comp has a lot of CC in it. It's contrasted by the carries of Zeri and Yi on the other team, who have no real CC of their own besides like a Zeri slow. Does give a little bit... Oh, huge combo from Stanley. CC's both of his lane opponents, but because they're under tower, he's not able to pick up any kills, but the health chunk is very significant. Stanley's been playing this lane really well. He's up about 20 CS. Puts him up about almost 1,000 gold too. And his tier is at about 240 stacks, so he's in a really good spot to start doing a lot this game. Looking at the difference between... Oh, huge stun gets hit by Honen, but Jacob just burns his abilities into nothing. Isn't able to pick up the stun under tower. Dave is able to counter stun, and Stanley flashes for the empowered auto, which doesn't get it, but Cam burns the flash, Q, picks up a kill for the Master Yi, and does the nice meditation, and then cancels it to reduce the tower damage. Well played by Andromeda. They... Looks like Metabusters was going to have a play there with that long-range Ash Arrow, but ultimately the CC was missed by the Seraphine, which allows Andromeda to pick up the kill under tower. Yeah, and Alana is just bodying Noam inside this ultimate. So much damage to tanks. Noam might be able to pick up the Rift Herald, but actually doesn't, but the combination of the Scion Corpse and Garrett roaming from mid lane is able to get a kill onto Alana, but she's able to pick up the Rift Herald before dying, so that's kind of what you want anyway. Jacob goes for the counter Seraphine ultimate, hits only 1 compared to Stanley's 2, but is able to pick up 2 kills. So that's a 2-for-1 for Jacob. Adam's in trouble again, but the Ornn ulti misses. Can Garrett hit the stun? Yes, long range. The dash gets buffered over the wall, but Adam still should fall here. Agency is on Joey or Garrett to hit a skill shot, and Garrett's able to finish it off with the second cast of his ultimate. Cam could be looking for a flank here. Yeah, he's just going to run on Garrett, but Garrett's able to get the base off right before Cam shows up. Bit of wasted time there, but now Joey's in a tough spot, getting collapsed on by both sides. Mordekaiser and Master Yi are here. Mordekaiser gets spotted on the ward, but the recall might get off. Alana, with the blind Q, is able to cancel the recall. Her ultimate is not yet up, but the combination of Yi ult and the tower should be enough to get the kill. And Joey should just fall. So that's 3 kills to the Master Yi. But Xerath with 4 kills at this point is not doing too bad either. Andromeda has a slight advantage this game. 20.4k gold to 20.2. They are down a dragon. Honen and Jacob are engaging. Stanley drops super low. CC going everywhere. And Stanley's able to pick up the first kill of the fight. The Brand damage was huge there. And Brand actually holds his ultimate for a later fight. Something to note in this game is the difference between the two Seraphine lanes. You have Seraphine support versus Seraphine carry. The Seraphine carry lane, the Liandry's already built, and those chunks from the Q execute damage are disgusting. Adam and Joey are fighting again, but it looks like Adam's actually in a pretty favorable spot here. Metabusters is able to start a play off the back of losing their turret. Andromeda does get some nice gold from there, but Dave's dropping low, is able to get the stun. Really well played by both members of the Andromeda bot lane. I'm actually gonna go back after this play. We'll see how Dave was managed to pick up that kill. Honan is able to trade one back though. The action just never stops in this game. We have 19 kills at 13 minutes. One of the bloodiest, if not the bloodiest game we've had so far this tournament. Yeah, I'm just gonna look back here real quick. Yeah, so here's the fight from Dave's perspective. He does get rooted to start it off. I'll zoom in a little bit, or speed it up. Go shove in the wave, poke down the tower. Then the Scion comes down. Does not hit either member. Quick stun from the Brand. Gets knocked up, but the ulti is actually a huge part of what's able to get Jacob so low and finish him off. And Brand just does too much damage for the Scion to deal with. Yeah, and Adam's just going to fall down low again, and looks like a minion was able to pick up the last hit on that kill. Or, here, let's go back and see where the Ash arrow hit, because there was... Oh, yep, there it goes. Goes up mid lane. Bam, right into Adam. That's got to be a spectator bug. The arrow likely did not actually disappear in game. Yeah. Well played by Joey. Is really punishing this pick that you'd expect to be a pretty good matchup into Ornn. I think Adam is doing a pretty good job. He's able to have about a 30 CS lead at this point, but the 4 deaths is definitely not what you're looking for.
Yeah, we got fucking Spencer on Zeri top.
I mean, it's fun. It's fun champion.
Oh yeah, blind. Oh my god, both teams pick Seraphine? That's so cringe. The champion's not even good. Why did both teams pick it?
I mean, both of them are doing pretty well, so I think it's probably a bit of its comfort. Also, it's kind of like a shout out to the No Idea bot lane, where the two of them would play as Seraphine bot lanes and they go pretty well. Stanley's able to pick up a double charm, sets them both up for Cam on the Yi. Cam's just going to chase this down. This should be a triple kill for him. Is he going to go for the one under tower? And yes, he does. He picks up a 3rd kill for himself there. Or I guess one of them must have gone over to Stanley. Looks like Andromeda should be able to pick up a dragon off of that fight and put both teams at 1 dragon at about 15 minutes. Yeah, that fight was...
Guys ever rushed the item first? Is that how it
Liandry's?
goes?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Or not Liandry's, Rylai's. My bad.
Oh.
Is Joey able to pick up another kill? Flashes for it, and yep, there he goes. Yeah, so what it does is the Rylai's procs with Mordekaiser's passive, so it's really good for early fights. feel like the only situation where it'd be bad to build it early is if you lose the fights to the opposing jungler, because then you'd be keeping them in a fight with you that you don't win. Looks like Honan burned the ghost for this play, but I don't think they have a play here, unless they're looking to dive. I guess something to note is that Jacob actually wasn't able to get his ultimate off in the dragon fight. So I guess fair play just goes to the team who's able to hit the better Seraphine ultimate. In this case, Meta Busters didn't even have a chance to use it, so that's definitely going to be something to watch as we progress throughout the game. Just the Seraphine lineups.
So why is the team called Meta Busters playing a meta comp minus the Scion, and the team not called Meta Busters is playing the troll comp?
Well, they said it was too risky in blind pick, so we'll see more when they get to actually draft. Cam's able to pick that one up. That was pretty impressive. I thought he was just gonna die. But yeah, I have no clue. I mean, the team I was subbing for played Jarvan support against the Meta Busters, so I think maybe the teams are just prompted to play a bit more off meta when they're against the Meta Busters.
Wow, no respect on the name.
Yeah, a bit disappointing, if I say so myself.
Oh,
whoa, that's a crazy interaction.
No, you should not stand next to the wall against Thorns like that. Oh, he's just dead. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, he's just out. I just think it's cool that it pulls him out of the wall.
Yeah, it should. That makes sense.
Right. Yeah, Alana got stunned up there, but is tanky enough that she's not going to fall. She does have the Aegis completed, and the Merc Treads is huge into this comp with how much CC they have. Joey should just be able to pick up another kill. I think 3 of his kills are solo kills at this point. Although one of them was assisted by an Ash Arrow, so that kind of doesn't count. Cam should be able to just win this fight. I don't know what Ornn does into Master Yi. Yeah. Even though he's up 2 levels, there's just nothing he can do. And Cam Qs into the Scion as the ult approaches, and that should just be clean. Seraphine ult's going both ways. Each team picks up 1 kill, and now it's a Seraphine 1v1 where one of them is a farming Seraphine, the other is fasting, so should be a pretty easy win, but looks like they're just going to choose not to fight. Herald is dropped. Looks like they might be able to pick up the tower. Yep, I believe Rift Herald just got the last hit on it. It's her parting gift to the world. Or, oh, good Q from Stanley. The extra execute damage plus the Leandres is just too good on the farming Seraphine. There's some bait pings coming out, and these look like they're bait pings to actually bait, maybe? Probably not. We just got an alert, but I did miss what it was, so I'll have to check.
Oh my god, crazy dodge by Cam.
Yeah,
he
gets out. That's nuts.
That was such a good dodge. That's a good, good dodge on the side.
Yeah, I can't believe he was able to get that. The Yi is actually super clutch here because late game, like, Scion and Ornn just can't do anything into him.
Oh my god, I hate this Xerath. Why is he building... What is that item called?
Leandres. I mean, you could think for the Mordekaiser, but...
Yeah, but then why would you also build... What's that other item?
Horizon.
True. Oh, Teddy, thank you for the donation.
Or
Oh, oh, great Seraphine ulti from Stanley. And then the Mordekaiser pull seals Jacob's fate. Honen's dropping quite low. And the Mordekaiser ult damage... Oh, the Mordekaiser ult doesn't go off. She just died from the brand burn. And now Cam and Joey are fighting in the top lane. Cam should just win this, but Joey flashes to get under tower. The ult misses.
Oh, he missed.
And then Cam goes for it anyway and dies. He thought he had it, but he just did not at all. Adam's going for this one, but the Scion can just ult out. Garrett actually did a pretty good job there with the ultimate to zone the Zeri away from being able to just ran at him. But because if he tries to... Oh! Stanley with the flash does not get it done, but Adam slow secures the kill. I feel like I can never look away from this game. Too much stuff is happening. We're at a steady 2 kills per minute pace. Adam's looking to steal away some buffs, but walks right into Honen and should just end up dying. Oh, no one could be in trouble here. Oh, but Brand misses the stun, so he's able to just walk out. Yeah, the Scion and Ornn are not going to have a fun game. The Seraphine and Brand both have the Leandries for him, and double Kraken Slayer AD carries on the other team.
Leandri stacks now, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Well, Cam got hit by an Ashe ability. Unfortunately, it wasn't the one that stunned, so he's able to just walk, but... looks like Andromeda's going to go for the Baron. This time the Ashe Arrow does hit. It hits Alana, though, who has already kind of taken the Baron, and her passive actually stays up that time. Stanley's Seraphine ulti just misses. Let's keep an eye on Jacob, see if he can hit it. Noam with the great Scion ultimate, and Jacob's able to pick up 2. Cam's on the backline, Q's through, is able to pick up 1 kill, but falls. And a lot of damage coming down from Adam. Alana's able to pick up the kill.
Zeri moment.
Adam gets picked up by Garrett. So it's down to just Alana and Stanley, but Alana's gotten 3 this fight, I think. Stanley's able to pick up a root, and as soon as he gets rooted, Alana shuns him to the Shadow Realm, and Honen's hiding in the bush, but Alana's able to pick up a quadra kill, a delayed pentakill, as she was able to pick up the first kill in that fight. Well played.
Seems like Meta Busters is blocking a little bit of damage. I thought they would win that fight for sure. After he kind of died kind of fast, and they completely whiffed the...
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, but I don't know. Mordekaiser's just so strong into this team, because it's 3 champions that he can just crush their skulls in with his hammer, and 2 that he can burn to death with his passive, so... I might have been lying. I don't know if Alana had 0 kills going to that fight, but she definitely did pick up a quadra, so... Huge play either way.
Oh, Zeri went Kraken Slayer, so based. He's not a pussy.
Yeah, I think shield bow in this game would not necessarily be super great anyway. They just don't have like a huge amount of burst damage.
They have no
that was like 3 CC abilities thrown out, and Adam just dodges all of them. That W would have given... Oh, the stun coming out from Garrett is able to get most of his HP down, but no Ludens means that it's not going to be a one-shot. Cam's in a really tough place there, is able to get over the wall with the blast cone. Can Joey get the kill on him? Cam flashes... Oh... Noam's able to release the Q before the Yi flash comes out. Good news for Cam is that he gets to keep his flash, so it's not the worst thing in the world. Garrett is doing a lot of damage. That's a really funny charm interaction. Stanley was able to hit the charm on Garrett, but can't follow up because the charm forces Garrett to walk all the way around the dragon pit. And this should just be a free dragon for Meta Busters. They were able to secure 2 kills before it, so even at the dragon score, they are down about 5,000 gold. And a few of the Andromeda members still have the Baron available to him. Joey, showing that he knows how the Mordekaiser Ornn matchup works because of his top lane experience, uses the W to buffer away from the Mordekaiser pull. Alana's ultimate is available. She could look to ult one of the tanks or one of the squishies and try and get a kill, but she's getting stunned up so much. Entered the bouncy house, tried to go for an ult there on the Ornn to save herself, did not work, but so much damage from Adam. Adam's able to basically secure 3 kills for his team, dodges out on the play from Joey, and Joey's down low. Joey should not be able to get out of this fight.
That's very well played.
Yep. Now Adam just needs to dodge this. Should be able to. Zeri is so quick.
His ghost running.
Yeah, huge flank there from Adam. Is able to turn a pretty lost interaction over the past couple minutes into a favorable one for him. Stanley just whiffs the ult and gets stunned. Not what you want to see. Goes for the flash and is still not able to pick it up. That flash honestly looked like just mad about the other cooldowns he burned and didn't get anything, so he went for it. I respect the hustle. This arrow picks up 1, and the Scion ult picks up the other 2, and that's 3 kills to Meta Busters. This game is crazy. We've hit the point where we're now at more than 2 kills per minute. So fun. Yeah, that Ashe ulti into the Scion drift was deadly. It's a very good way to catch people as they're trying to go out of your base, because you are kind of choked off by the gates. I feel like I'm tempted to say Andromeda has the advantage here, just because they're up about 4,000 gold and have a couple extra turrets, but honestly, considering how these teams are built, if either team's carries get locked up, it's pretty much doomed for them in a fight.
This should be a pretty free Zeri carry. It's very hard to kill her with the enemy team, but we'll see. Maybe she'll walk into a Seraphine ult or something.
Right, or an Ashe ulti, or a Xerath stun. There's enough CC that I think if she gets hit, it's pretty bad. But with the Ghost and ulti up, I think it's pretty hard for that to happen. She has died 9 times though, so it's not like she's like death averse. And there we go. Adam gets knocked up, gets chain CC'd for half his health. Not too much damage trade the other way. Honen's ult goes wide, and Garrett gets so much damage down. Tosses ult at Adam, is not able to pick him up though. This Seraphine ulti was good, and then Jacob throws, or I don't know. Both Seraphine ults went down, people got charmed, and that's 3 kills for Andromeda. And Cam is just trying to end the game.
Ending the game.
Cam's so low, but Garrett's coming back. Garrett needs to just whisper at him, and yep, easy kill for the Xerath. Yeah. I know yesterday Cam came and called and said he needed to split push more on Fizz, so it looks like he's just trying to get that done on Yi. Now Stanley's trying to end the game, but Garrett's just going to start farming champions if they all go for it, unless he just misses every ability. Tragic. But Joey should be able to pick this one up. Gets the brittle proc to finish off the kill. Joey's like ability usage here to avoid CC is disgusting. Super well played.
Oh, nice move. Oh, close, 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 close.
Yeah, that was a fun fight to watch. Garrett ultimately hitting an ability.
He has a serrated Dirk.
For Collector? That's based.
Maybe.
That's based. That's such a fun purchase. I don't know. I feel like Collector gets a lot of hate. I think there are 2 situations where it's actually pretty good. If you have long range damage that you're not able to follow up to get the extra damage, or if you have an ability that does dot. And Bran has the dot, so peace out. Adam is going for it. Honen's caught out in a really bad position, but is able to get the 1v1 with Ashe ultimate.
I'm surprised you won that.
Me too. But now Honen's dead though. There's no way to avoid the Yi. Cam just flashes to start it. Gets charmed, but he's not going to die during the charm. Yes, he is. My bad.
Up to the wall, so I got or knocked up. Unlucky.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I think Master UW should block CC too.
True. Context for those of who were not watching yesterday. Alana's caught out here. Stanley gets a pretty good lineup with the Seraphine ultimate. Noam falls. Alana's getting low, still has her ultimate available, uses it on the support to keep herself alive, and it's going to look for the stats from the Seraphine, which do benefit her quite well. That's a kill picked up. It's, believe, 3 on both ends, but the Zeri's in base, so not going to be a huge help in the fight. And it looks like Meta Busters was able to secure that dragon. Okay. But anyway, as I was saying, in Andromeda's previous game, which even though it happened yesterday on the cast, it happened minutes before this game when they were actually played. Cam had a huge lead, had a bunch of like Magi stacks on a Fizz, did not go his way, so looks like he's desperate to try and prove himself on melee mid laners in this game, and it's looking like it's going pretty similar to the Fizz, but I think he has some more late game potential than the Fizz does, so we'll have to see if he can redeem himself and pick up a win for his team.
Red buff resets.
He's going for a flank. Garrett's gone. And Cam's going to pick up the red buff before picking up the Scion. It's a fight between the Zeri and the Yi. Zeri is able to pick it up. Cam goes directly into the Scion queue. Almost picks it up, but Adam's able to finish the kill off for him. Jacob with the good Seraphine ulti to finish off Cam, though. Cam's sitting on 4 items here on the E. So is Alana and Stanley. The 3 strongest champions are quite strong. I don't think anyone besides Xerath on the other team is at a similar point in their build. However, the ornaments have kicked in, and Ornn's upgraded every single item on his team, so that actually should bring the gold lead to basically nothing, especially if you factor in the dragons. So both teams should be at relatively equal strength. Alana's in a bad position here. If she's able to ult a squishy champion, though, it should be able to salvage her. She gets Honen. If that shield comes out, she should be fine. The Ashe arrow came out, but Ashe flash is enough to win the 1v1 in the Shadow Realm.
Shout out to Zach dodging all 4 Xerath ults.
I think Honen's 1v1 skills on Ashe are disgusting. I feel like in this game and the previous game that we watched, there's a lot of fights that you just wouldn't expect him to win, but he's been playing really well.
Alright, Cam's going in.
And just gets burst. Adam's actually able to get a lot done this fight, though, and Dave is doing a lot of damage as well, but now Adam just has to fight a Xerath and 2 tanks, which is not a fun composition to have to deal with.
Blue team has no engage. It's very hard for them to play the game against these 2 tanks.
True. They have to just pray for Seraphine ultis.
They need Xerath. They need Xerath to carry them. They probably should wait for blue team or red team to engage and then counter. I think that's all they can do. Yeah. They probably have to wait for Ornald to be blown, but it's hard to get these objectives because they're just gonna sit on it, and you can't really engage on them.
Agreed. There's pings coming out. They know Zeri's there, so I think it's unlikely that Garrett's going to get caught out by surprise, but it should just be a free top wave for Adam. Just want to watch those Zeri items. Hope she gets up to 5 so that she can carry.
Mordekaiser taking the red buff from Master Yi. I love it.
And
I like
Zeri.
that.
Oh, that Ash Arrow narrowly misses Alana, and now a fight's breaking out. Cam just runs away. He saw what was going to happen, but now he's going on the back of the fight, but now he's slowed, and his ult ran out.
Yeah. I'm medium busting away.
Yeah, Cam is in a rough spot there. No one on Andromeda has died yet, and a stun does come out, but it seems like Alana has changed her mind about wanting to ult Honan, so Brand ult goes down, but that's not going to be enough to kill either. Jacob burns the flash to ensure that he doesn't die. Oh, good flash Seraphine ulti, but unfortunately doesn't pick up any of them. But Cam's on the back, does get hit by the Scion Q, and he's just dead.
No, Cam can't keep going like this. He's just going in 1v5. It's really good.
Dave's able to pick up one, and that sets up their fight really good for when the Zeri's about to come in. Double kill for Dave on the Brand. Adam going in, and the lightning might just bounce through Noam and kill Jacob. Doesn't quite do that, in a really good route by Jacob to save his life. And Adam almost fell to Scion passive.
Yeah. Zach is collecting money for the kids.
I believe that is a reference to St. Jude, which is the charity that Andromeda has selected. So if that is the charity that you would like the money to go for, you should be an Andromeda fan.
I don't even know what's going to pick. And
Spectres? It's Food Not Bombs. It is a... I believe they're a socialist group that gives food that would otherwise get thrown in the trash to people in need. Yeah, they actually focus on vegan and vegetarian food.
This is awful. Who allowed this? You didn't tell me.
I believe it was sent in your team's channel. Alright, there's a fight breaking out. Alana ends up falling, and so does Adam, which means bad news for Andromeda. Dave's able to get an ulti off, but it doesn't bounce to much. It hits Ornn like twice. And Cam is going to attempt a backdoor possibly, but there's no inhibs up. Meta Busters is going to go for the Baron. The Yi ult comes out. They are backing though, so he should be able to get an inhib, but I don't think he's going to get much more than that. And he just runs. The Ashe ulti hits. Good shot from Honan. He's able to pick it up. The description of Food Not Bombs is a loose-knit group of independent collectives sharing free vegan and vegetarian food with others. The group believes that corporate and government priorities are skewed to allow hunger to persist in the midst of abundance. And for those who weren't following, that is the charity that the Spectres have selected, who are not playing in this game. So, not necessarily sure why we're talking about it. I can pull up some wiki blurbs for the charities that are being competed for right now. Alright, Stanley is able to hit one with the Seraphine ulti. Joey's able to hit two with the Ornn ultimate. Alana's falling down quite low. Noam's able to pick up a kill, and that's a kill for Ornn, but Dave with the Collector Brand is able to pick up another kill in the back of it. Adam goes in and just gets popped, though, so this is 4 for 3 trade in favor of the Meta Busters. They're going to look to try and end with their Baron buff, potentially. Cam is up to defend and has ultimate, but I think that alone, his presence is going to scare away the mid laner in support of the Meta Busters. Alright. Since we did a blurb for a different charity, I'm going to read the mission statement of St. Jude. Oh, we got a donation, or we got a follow from I Respect Women. Good username. But yes, the mission statement of St. Jude's is to advance cures and means of prevention for pediatric catastrophic diseases through research and treatment. Consistent with the vision of our founder, Danny Thomas, no child is denied treatment based on race, religion, or a family's ability to pay. So if that sounds like what you want, root for Andromeda. And I think Noam was on yesterday to talk about why they selected the Brain and Behavior Foundation. I think they do research to prevent diseases that come from the brain, but
Damn,
do a quick
that's some
Google
nerd
search. Yep, it is a nonprofit 501 organization that funds mental health research. It was originally called the National Alliance for Research on Schizophrenia and Depression, or the acronym that... Okay, this looks like more about the company instead of their goal, but they're committed to alleviating the suffering caused by mental illness by awarding scientific research grants to researchers. So if that sounds like your thing, you should be a Meta Busters fan for the duration of this tournament. And if busting the meta is your thing, you should be a fan of the Meta Busters for the season.
But they haven't busted the meta yet.
Well, that's why I say, yeah. So don't be a fan of them for the tournament, for the off-meta. Root for them during the season for that. If you like Scion Jungle, though, you're set for both. I believe Cam does win this 1v1. Until it's not a 1v1 anymore, but all the Xerath... Okay, the last Xerath one hit, which is enough to force him out. Hone is running at like Mach 12 with the Ghost. Adam is able to get out here.
Honan keeps using Ghost outside of combat. I think it's so funny. He's done this 3 times. He just ghosts to get to the objective.
Oh, Cam got hit. Garrett flash stun, and Cam is not dead yet, but there's no way he gets out there.
Okay. Well played. Nice arrow, nice arrow.
Gold lead has evened out, actually, so this dragon is going to be the big objective. Whichever team gets it gets soul. Something to note is all the ornaments are complete and have been for a while. Oh my god, Stanley with the crazy ultimate is able to lock up basically the whole team. Gets 1 kill for them off the bat. Stanley forces out the hourglass. Jacob's ticking down so low. This is another kill for the brand. Collector's able to grab that one. Alana and Joey are fighting inside the Mordekaiser ultimate. Noam goes for the flash auto to pick up a kill, and Alana should be able to get the Ornn, but both of these champions are too tanky. No one's dying. Adam's able to pick up a kill on Noam. Noam's in dead. He's running towards Adam. Adam is going to try and pick up this kill on the Ornn while Alana goes to finish off the dragon. Infernal Soul could mean the winner of that soul gets the game, but looks like Joey is trying to TP out. Adam will not be able to stop this. Zeri has no CC. And Ornn is just alive. And Dave says again, he is collecting for the kids at St. Jude's. So
I like that. Respect. That is honestly, that's respectable. That deserves a donation.
True. Wait, how many collections has he done?
Kid.
How many kills did he have when he got it? I don't know. If he's at 6, I'm assuming he was at 6 when he got Collector. So for each kill he gets, I'll donate 25 cents for the 25 gold on Collector. Fortunately, I do not have gold coins IRL, but we'll see. Thank you for the $5, Anonymous. For the kids.
That was me.
Ah. Oh, and Joey's able to kill Adam again. It's like his favorite thing to do this game. Stanley was able to get a good play, but not enough, and then he walks into Jacob's ultimate, but Alana's able to pick up a kill to start off this fight. Cam's running out. He was ignited, just burns down. Alana tries to pick up another one, but Dave picks up yet another one. He's at 14 kills now. Stanley's trying to get as much damage as he can, burns the W to get movement speed to get away from Noam. This Infernal Soul did help them get a little bit of damage, but they're still ultimately down a kill. I think I've somehow unmuted my stream somewhere. Oh no, I could hear myself through you, I think. Whatever. It's good now. I was tripping out a little bit. Honan goes for the stun. Stanley's in a really bad spot here. But the GA comes out. There's no way. Okay.
That was a sick flash, but Stanley fucking one-shot him. That was pretty funny.
Yeah. GA for Dead Stanley is pretty unfortunate.
This game is so long. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, Zeri is full build. She can actually carry it.
That's the hope. Thank you, Nam, for the 5. Yeah, at the end of the game, if anyone wants to match my, or I guess I'm matching Brand's donation, but if anyone else wants to match Brand's donation, I will let us know how much that's going to be. Right now, it is sitting at $2. Now, imagine if Brand had gone first strike. Surely someone goes first strike in this tournament. Oh, Garrett did. Garrett has collected 2,148 gold.
Holy shit!
He's full build though, so I think a lot of that probably came after he hit full build. But yeah, if anyone's feeling particularly bold, you could try to donation match someone's first strike, but that might hurt the wallet a little bit. Especially in long games like this. Okay, Noam is saying it's AD Scion, so they are busting the meta a little bit. He went tank Scion in the previous game, so...
That's not meta at all. What do you mean?
In the jungle?
That's a fucking Baus wannabe. I don't respect that at all.
That's funny. Yeah, it looks like the game slowed down a little bit. Cam is able to not get hit by that Ash Arrow, so that's always good.
They pick the most sweaty scrims bot lane.
Yeah.
Like, every fucking team runs this for some reason.
Hey, my team didn't this time.
The most scrims on bot lane.
Okay, and that's a 1-for-1, although I think the loss of the Zeri is definitely more impactful than the loss of the Scion. It looks like Metabusters are just going to go back into base and try and stall until Noam comes back up. They do have the Baron, but they're going to have to use it defensively instead of offensively in this situation. I believe every champion in the game has reached full build, with the exception of Jacob.
Oh my god,
Cam
he's
is
just
yeah, he's just done.
down. Nice Ash mechanic.
Yep, Stanley with the root, but he just gets popped by Garrett. Dave's in a rough spot here. Noam says, when's the last time you saw 80 Scion in the jungle? Hello. Teddy can go back to his dumb Zeri and Twitch every game. I want to have fun.
Zeri is the funnest champion in the game.
It looks like the donation link is not working on the card on mobile, so I'm not sure if anyone knows if that's an issue or not and has a fix for me, but Alana gets in trouble here. She's just going to get chain CC'd, is not able to ultimate. The arrow is dodged by Adam, but it... Oh, he hasn't ulted yet. Okay, so the Zeri ult is still a possibility. Unfortunately for Andromeda, their jungler is down.
No, Zeri did
Oh, it was currently active. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, it's going to be a tough steal for Andromeda with no ultimate, but... Oh my god, Honing gets caught, collected by the Brand. Cam is on the backside. Cam's actually able to fight, and Xerath is doomed, and so is Joey. But Noam's able to pick up one over there.
Oh, very nice flash over the wall.
Yeah, And Adam, the Master Yi and Zeri are able to
Wait.
get a lot done.
Oh, Stanley got
Noam was in dead body, so he couldn't
Crazy.
smite. And that should just be the game 1 for Andromeda.
The game.
Yeah. Oh, and Adam's already in the
Wow.
base ending.
What a crazy way to end. That's wild.
Thank you, Noam, for the tier 1 sub.
Again.
And Brand did end with 15 kills, so whatever. We'll just say round up 375 is what Brand has earned for this stream. So if anyone else would like to match that, that would be hype.
Who's Bimbo Thanos?
Thank you for the sub, Bimbo Thanos.
Nah, I gifted this person. Who is this person?
Oh, I have no clue. Yes. No, the subs do go to the charity here. Let me
No, the subs go to my wallet.
They go to Teddy. That's not true.
I need money. You guys need to start a charity for me.
If we hit 25 viewers, Noam gives 2 more subs, so everyone try to get your friends to watch if possible. Drop the link in any servers that would be likely to play League of Legends or watch League of Legends.
Heading in the same 30-minute Discord call expresses love for Twitch and also limited. Yes, true. But it's only because it's like that mentality where if you can't beat them, join them, you know? Also, Twitch is like the only good solo queue ADC.
Alright. I'm gonna attempt to get us into the next game. I gotta get my donation counter on this scene as well. Cool. Let's keep it right there in the bottom. Nice spot for it. I'm gonna start trying to get the next game loaded up. I'm not actually sure who it's between, but it is going to be the final game of the second round, so I think that means it has to be my memory is failing me. Spectres versus Rift Sharks.
Oh, go Spectres! I'm totally not biased. Best team.
So true. And both of these teams have 1 win going into this game.
Surely the Spectres didn't go 4-0 and then lose in the first round. Wow, $50!
Thank you, Anonymous, for the $50. The Rise donation hack. Fun stuff. Very, very much appreciated.
Wow, I got outdone. I have to outdo them now. I'll do it in the finals. I'll wait for the finals.
Yeah, I think Blake said he might have a donation coming up when his game happens, so we'll see when that's going to happen. Alright. Gotta grab the assets real quick. I grabbed the wrong ones. Oops. Alright.
Anonymous, I put that name on that shit. Thank you, it's the fire hydrant. Whomst are you?
I feel like I recognize that name, but I have no clue who it is. Alright, let me... Joel, thank you. Alright, standings, and we are at... We just watched game 5, so should be able to get that one updated as well. Image slideshow.
No, you can cast this one. I am going to go get high and watch a movie. Goodbye.
Based. Well,
I'm here.
Teddy is gone.
After Flander.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're actually at a very cool spot in the tournament. We've played 5 games and we have 5 different winners. Unfortunately, that won't continue because that's how Swiss works. It's basically impossible for that to continue for too long. So we are going to see the only game between 2 teams who had 1 win going into this round. It is going to be Spectres versus the Rift Sharks. I I think I kind of cheated and watched the end of this game, even though I wasn't playing in it. But I can comment the beginning of the game, and then I'll let you take over, and I'll try and grab some dinner toward the end of it. Once I've seen stuff already. I believe this is just gonna be the same lineups as the first two games because these both happened back to back. So it's going to be Spectre's starting lineup with Hongbaba subbed out for Rex, and for the Rift Sharks, it is going to be, if I remember correctly, Joel, Jonah, Zach, Healy, and Layla. And we should be able to just hop into game right now. Thanks for the 100 bits, Heroic Bunny. Not sure what the bits to dollar conversion is. Is each bit like 2 cents or 1 cent? Do you know, Noam?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you know how much a bit is?
I think it's 100 bits to $1, but I'm not sure.
Okay, to purchase or received on the creator's end?
I have no idea.
Alright. I can't imagine my revenue split is very good, so I'm just gonna
No, probably not.
estimate real quick. Did I just decrease that? No.
Just guesstimated at like 50 cents, probably.
Yeah. Okay, this game started off quick. There's already some abilities being traded at 40 seconds. You did not miss too much. Or actually, if someone said Kathy is clean with it, so... Oh, okay, she dodges a Lux Q. Nice play, nice play. That actually just diffused the entire invade. Ooh, this comp's fun for Rift Sharks. I would have loved to see a Caitlyn there to synergize with the double support, but unfortunately we do not have that. And Rex is back with a these nuts joke. It was like me and Michael were playing a Norms game, and he was just in call constantly. This man, comedian, professional
yeah, he did
almost.
that to us. Absolute menace. Trying to share your screen to me, King?
Oh, am I not?
Nope.
How did it stop?
I don't know.
That's really weird. Oh, well.
Thank you.
Alright, it's up.
Yep, I see it.
A message from Garrett. Chat banned and Twitch from one of last year's stream. Yep, I can try and fix that for you, Garrett.
Garrett's chat banned?
No. One of his friends.
Oh, okay, got it. Alright, both junglers starting on the bottom side here. Jonah running it back on the Elise, so it seems like that's something we're going to be seeing a lot more from him, which I'm here for. Healy on the Ezreal, that's something I would picture him playing more than the Ashe, although you would probably know that better than me.
Yeah, I mean, I think Caitlyn's the big one that I have for him, but his Ezreal is... I've seen that one more than I've seen the Ashe, I think, but yeah, he does play all 3 champions. Starvis is playing the Talia mid, which is pretty fun. That synergizes really well with Udyr. The point-and-click CC is very nice for the flick.
Teddy in Twitch chat saying, I love Kathy, she's my queen. I love Kathy, she's my queen. I don't know why you're not in this game then, Teddy. What happened?
Teddy was watching a movie.
Oh,
Teddy,
okay,
what movie were you watching?
Great reason.
He got benched. That's cap.
Surely.
Megan. If it's Puss in Boots, that would have been the better one. Although I've heard both are
using
quite
a
good.
splash here, trading it for Sargeras' Ignite. Looks like this lane is starting off pretty rough for the Lux.
Yeah.
Kathy says it's true. I was the bench, so true.
Yeah, Talia has really nice range to play in Deluxe. It's pretty hard. Hongbaba says he's benching himself for Rex after that Lucianami game. I'm pretty sure this is the Lucianami game. And Teddy, if you're referring to a different Lucianami game, no spoilers, please. Thank you.
Avery kept his promise and did lock in the Jax for this game, which is pretty funny.
Teddy, for all intents and purposes, you never played in a Lucianami game. Trust. Unless you mean last season.
True. Really.
Teddy says he was talking about last season, guys. Trust. It's fine.
Alright, we're at 18 viewers. Just need 7 more for 2 gifted subs, guys, so tell your friends.
True. I'll just like pull up 7 different devices and log into 7 different Twitch accounts.
That works.
Oh,
Alright,
Healy
some
gets hit
heavy
with a
trading
stun.
here.
Rex is going in, but he's exhausted. He waits a little bit to cleanse it, but he W's through. Or that's Q. I'm trolling.
It's okay, I did that like
I need to
4
get
times
benched
yesterday.
on the cast.
Teddy says, I love Rex, he is so handsome.
Yeah. Avery's getting the downside of
His nuts are
blind
so
pick this
handsome.
game.
I mean, what?
The Jax Poppy matchup is not great.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Yep.
I feel like that's also something you would expect for Joel to be playing, maybe. Although I guess Avery isn't super familiar with Joel.
I think they definitely... That one should have been obvious, because Anne should have known.
Yeah, and should have definitely known.
Oh, and Joel's just able to pick up
Power
an easy
dive
solo
and
kill.
gets a kill. Yep. It's the Joel special right there. Gold is still even though with that first blood earlier from Rex, so.
I'm trying to shield the stream, but we'll see how that works. I feel like a lot of people I know are just in the server anyway, so...
Oh, is I respect on women Avery? Hi Avery.
Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like I can't tell ever.
Good username though.
Yes. It's a message we can get behind. Speaking of messages we can get behind, Spectres, we already just went over their charity in the last game. Zach gets caught up in a flick, but it looks like the play might dissolve. Every time I try and talk about a charity, people just start fighting. Can't imagine why that would happen in a League of Legends game, but... anyway, Spectres is donating to Food Not Bombs, which gives away excess food to people who are in need of it. And the Rift Sharks charity is the Ocean Defenders Alliance. Joel is able to get out here, and I'm going to pull up the Ocean Defenders Alliance page real quick. Healy drops low, and Rex is almost able to pick up a kill, and Layla is not quite able to do it. Healy's able to pick up a kill with the Ezreal, just auto-attacking him down. He does have the Pulsefire Ezreal, so this skin will look super fancy later on in the game. It looks
I really
like...
want them to upgrade that skin.
True. Looks like Healy is not going for the deft Ezreal build. Tragically, I'm pretty sure that one is the best one. That is my personal favorite Ezreal build. It's the most fun I've had on the champion.
Which one is the Deft Ezreal build?
It's the Essence Reaver, Kraken Slayer, Navori. Yeah, so operating from ship and shore,
Interesting, I need to
the
try
Ocean
that.
Defenders Alliance, all volunteer boat and dive crews remove abandoned fishing nets, traps, lines, plastic, and other man-made debris threatening ocean wildlife and habitats.
Avery almost with the solo kill, but he's probably gonna get caught out here by the elites.
Yep, he's not able to jump.
away.
Yep.
Alright,
Joel did a
well
really
played.
good job of preventing Avery from trying to get a kill in return with the anti-dash zone. Steadfast Presence? Steadfast Presence, that's what it's called.
I'll take your word for it.
Teddy is in favor of the Rift Sharks charity. Says save the reefs. I think the Ocean Defenders Alliance specifically focuses more on removing fishing debris, which I think is more likely to affect sharks, which is I think why we went for it. But yes.
I can get behind that. I love sharks. Donate if you like sharks, guys.
True.
Donate if you don't like sharks so that they stay out of man waters, because then they'll have room to swim.
Teddy says, never mind, I support fishing. Teddy, you can support fishing and still support what this charity does. They don't remove nets that are people actually use. They are removing nets that people drop in the water and forget about and just leave, I'm pretty sure.
Teddy said sushi.
I don't think that you want to eat shark sushi. I feel like that's not the... Especially not Rift Shark sushi. Those things are purple, bro. It can't be good for you.
Does Rift Shark imply it's like a void shark?
In the same way that like Scuttle Crab and Rift Herald are void creatures, so kind of, maybe.
Udyr ghosting in here, trying to get the kill onto Joel, and does manage to get the kill. So kills are back to being even, but there is a significant gold advantage.
Oh,
here
wait,
for
Zach could have a play here, but he burned his ult earlier on the wave. Teddy says, don't eat sharks, they taste like plastic. He was fed one without his knowledge. And Zach's able to pick up the solo kill in mid lane. And Ann and Avery are tearing apart the top lane. Joel does fall, and that allows them to get 3 plates. Jonah's here to look to make a counterplay, but it looks like Ann should be able to just do Udyr things and run away from this and get out fine. Jonah's going to hit the stun on Avery, flashes over the wall, gets a lot of damage down, but it's not quite enough. Repel should be enough to get it, though. Well played by
really
Jonah
clean.
in the
Well played.
solo kill. No one touches his wards.
I think I've heard a truer statement today. So, 2 more kills going over for Rift Sharks, but there's still about 1,000, maybe 1,500 gold behind.
Yeah, the CS gap in mid and bot lane is pretty tough. Hard to overcome. I don't know how the Talia matchup, or Talia Lux matchup is supposed to play out, but it seems pretty difficult. Just because she has the same amount of range as Lux, and usually that's Lux's main advantage in her lanes.
Jonah might be looking to make a play top here.
Yeah, I
Decides not
think
to go
he
for it
might have
and
been
is
trying to go for an
mid.
invade, but he spots out the Udyr.
Joel might be in a bit of trouble here.
Oh my god. Rex gets so much damage. Layla takes a lot. Rex falls low. Healy's able to get a kill in
Healy
return, but
flashes
Healy's
the Nami ult.
ignited, and the Nami is definitely going to be able to kill him first. That's a double kill to Kathy.
You know, Kathy did mention that she felt bad because she stole some kills to me earlier. So that might be this game, because she is 2-0-1 on the Nami.
Potentially. Ann seems to be in a rough place here, but the binding misses, so Ann should just be able to walk out. Oh,
Me too, Teddy.
Zach might be able to just blow this up. Not quite. He could have tried to flash to go for autos, but that's probably how you die to a Talia, so.
Yeah, the Talia does have Ignite, so that's probably not the best course of action there.
I would do
Avery
it, though.
looking
I would probably
to
do
do
it.
some glitch gaming here. Oh yeah, for sure. I see red, I don't think.
Yeah. Is it just me, or does Talia ult icon look like a Runedanced Hurricane?
You're right.
Oh!
I've never noticed that before.
Joel just knocks Jackson right in the air. And now he's taking some damage. Joel tries to shove him towards tower, but is not going to be able to get close enough. And this is a dragon taken for the Rift Shark, so this is 1 dragon on either side.
Kathy says she may have stolen some kills. No. The kills belong to the support.
True, I mean, Mandate is like the real damage build. You need a lot of gold to buy what comes after it, surely.
Sure. Healy uses the Arcane Shift to get closer, trying to get some poke down, but Udyr is down here. That might be dangerous if the Udyr decides to gank here.
Looks like he might. He's walking forward pretty aggressively.
Also has
He has,
Ghost up,
yeah, I was going to say he has Ghost available, and his Enhanced Form is available. Layla just stepped up too far, though, and Rex should be able to just pick up this kill through the exhaust. Healy's able to pick up another kill onto Lucian. He's gotten 3 kills for Rex's 3 deaths, but Sarvis is actually able to roam and pick up a kill for the Talia.
Really good team play there from Spectres. You gotta love the coordination. Especially this early into the season. I feel like we haven't seen like a ton of 4-man plays this early in the game.
Oh, you should have seen some of the games last night. Or maybe
I mean, I did. I was here.
Oh, were you watching all of them? Or did you get off the last one?
I was half watching the last one.
Oh no, I'm thinking the Scion game I played earlier today. My brain is like rotting. Never mind.
Man, spoilers. That's me.
Yeah, I can't believe I'd spoil my Norms game.
Yep. You should be ashamed.
True. I am sad Rex is not going the Lucian build that we saw in the LPL season kickoff event. The AP support Lucian. Very good. Definitely did anything that game.
And that.
Oh, Healy's getting some damage off. Oh, and Zach is looking for one, but Talia Flash saves her. I don't know. Dude, the Shy in LPL season kickoff was amazing. He went Heartsteel Teemo in the first game.
Oh, what the hell?
And then he played... Oh, I forget what it was. Hold on. Ann is not going to be able to pick this up.
No.
Ann actually... Yep. Well played by Joel. I think if Ann had been able to empower
interaction
Phoenix,
there.
but...
Ann, or Udyr E... Oh, just gets popped. Layla gets
Rex
knocked
should
up,
be able
so
to
this
pick up
should just
both
be another
here.
kill with the mandate.
Yeah, double kill for Rex. Jonah tried to stop the play, but was just a bit too late.
So as I was saying before that play interrupted me, I didn't realize Udyr E counts as a dash for the purposes of steadfast presence
Yes.
on the Poppy W. That's really interesting.
Yep, I believe Volibear Q does as well.
Interesting. I guess that makes sense. They're just gonna go on to Jonah here. Cleanses the cocoon. Burns flash to match the flash, but I don't think they'll be able to catch her here.
Yeah, I'm
Really
trying
close,
to
though.
see if I can find the other thing that the Shy built, but it was wild.
Might have to get Silico on that Heartsteel Teemo build, but in
Oh,
the
it was
support
so
role,
funny. I remember some like goofy build. He went. Oh, it was he went Iceborne Gauntlet Nidalee top.
Interesting.
It was amazing. Dude, the Shy is a gem.
Second Herald goes over to Spectres. I think the first one did as well. That's why the top turret is so low here. So he's gonna drop it in mid, trying to accelerate the Talia. Bot lane comes up too, so it looks like they're really focused on getting this turret down.
Yeah. Ann's looking to kill Zach, but I don't think it's going to happen. Jonah's trying to go 1-for-1, but it's not going to work out. The Luxel barely misses, but Joel might be able to pick it up. Zach's falling low. The Lucian does not pick up the kill. It actually does go to Ann. And Joel just gets knocked away. Isn't able to find anything here. Joel kills Ann with the ultimate. That's so fun.
Bitch smacks Ann. That was really funny. Might be able to pick up the Lucian here, but the Nami E is there to speed Rex up and he will get out safely. Ezreal comes down but doesn't actually manage to hit any champs. Just gonna go back to clearing this wave. The Nami healing is pretty insane here. Rex was at half health. Oh my god, the Lucian damage. That was half of Healy's health chunked out in one combo.
Yeah, I mean, if Ezreal's able to utilize his poke to get an advantage, he's in a pretty good spot, but he is a very squishy champion. You might want to see something like the Frozen Heart to try and deal with the Lucian damage, but at that point you're sacrificing your own damage. Joel is able to pick up a kill here. Ann's running on the back line, trying to fight three at the same time. I don't think that's going to work out very well. Zach gets the ult, but it looks like Healy and Layla just gave up on trying to kill Ann, so Ann is going to live through this. Joel falls low, Joe dies. That is another kill for Rex, and Jonah is able to get a 1-for-1, but Healy's going to fall to Sarveris, and Sarveris should have enough damage to knock Layla down so that Rex can pick up another kill. This is 6 kills for Lucian Nami. Very
Rex is already 6-3 and 6. That's 12 KP on 14 kills for his team, which is pretty nutty. And they'll also pick up their second Drake of the game here, so that's more than almost a 6k gold lead and a drag advantage. That's pretty insane for Spectres here. They look like they're in a good position here. That might be a spectator
Yeah, there's a pause.
bug.
There's a pause.
Got it.
I think this is when Joel had to leave to go pick up his wife from work. So I think Rex might have restarted his game somewhere in that
Got it.
timeline.
Talia farming up really well in this game, has almost 150 CS at 19 minutes, highest CS in the game. But Rex is so far ahead, already has 2 items, no one else in the game is at 2 items, and he already has the pickaxe to go probably for the Infinity Edge, I'd assume.
Yeah, it could be Navori too.
Could be.
I don't know how good that is on Lucian. I have not been following up on my items as much as I should have been, but is what it is. Alright, I'm going to actually step out here because this is when I started watching the game. I should be back by the time it's over.
Okay.
But maybe not, so we'll see. You good to cast?
Yeah, I can solo cast.
Alright, yeah, I'll pull it up on my phone, so if it ends and it's just sitting there, I'll come back over and
Alright,
move on
sounds
a little
good.
bit. Yep, enjoy the game.
We,
Oh, Cerberus almost dies there, but no
almost
ult to
taken
follow
out
up.
there.
Alright, BRB.
Alright guys, now that Dean isn't here, we can talk about something completely unrelated. Okay. Rex just goes in, insta-pops Healy, almost takes out Layla at the same time. The Lucian damage this game is absolutely insane, and it's just gonna get even worse if he manages to pick up that Navori. Anna's gonna look to chase down Zac here, but doesn't quite have the speed to do it. Will turn around. Rex is gonna lay down some heavy siege into this mid turret, try to get another turret for his team. Goes in, pops Layla, flashes out to avoid any turret aggro. Man, Rex is having one of the better games I've seen from him. Avery goes back in onto Joel, backs away, goes back to farming. We're probably not going to see too much fighting now. Never mind, I take it back. Elise tries to take out the Udyr, but isn't quite able to, burns the flash and doesn't get anything in return. And Healy might just get one popped here by the Talia, yep. Sarvis knows his damage numbers really well, props to him. And they'll look to pick up another turret here. Zac is on the rotation with the Lux. Binding goes wide though. Ults just to take away the wave, and Spectres will back away here. And is gonna look to clear away the red side jungle. And Rex is back doing his Lucian things in the mid lane. Pretty interesting that you decide to give the blue buff over to Udyr instead of the Talia, but I don't know. I don't play either of those champs, so it might make sense. Mid turret is getting really low here, but there isn't a wave right now for the Spectres. Jonah is looking to get something done onto Sarvis here. The damage is really good with the Night Harvester, but I don't know if he'll have enough follow-up here. Yeah, and the Talia damage is already just so strong. It looks like... I don't actually know what they're building toward. Oh, it's Archangels. That doesn't make sense. Alright, Spectres is starting up the Baron here, as they did see Jonah show on the bot side, and they'll be able to take this for free. That's a pretty good macro call there. They're now up 10,000 gold. Wow, that's insane at 22 minutes. Riftsharks needs a pretty big miracle here to bring this back. Rex is so far ahead in bot, and Sarverus even is ahead as well, so this could be pretty rough. Maybe get some picks, get those shutdowns off of the Lucian and the Talia as they start getting back into the game. Rex does manage to pop Zac, gets hit by the Elise Cocoon, but his team is here to follow up on it. Zac's flash is forced by Anne, and they will just pick up the mid turret here. If anyone did want to match first strike gold with donations, there are 2 people on Riftshark or on Spectres right now who are running first strike, so we'd appreciate it, but that would put a pretty big dent in your wallet considering how well they're doing right now. Alright, Rex looking to get some more work done onto Zac, but does get binded, and both ults hit onto him. That is a 700 gold shutdown going over to Healy, which is pretty big. Joel is going to have to back away from this bot tier 2 because Anne and Sarverus are still there. Sarverus is going to back away. And the rest of Rift Sharks is going to try to collapse on Anne, but they're not quite there on time, and it looks like Anne will back away, let Avery chip away at the top tower. Pretty good macro calls here from Spectres. Rex, I mean, I'm not expecting anything else, but overaggression does cost them the shutdown, but they do manage to take out some turrets in response to the rotations, which is really well played. And of course taking the red buff away from Rex. Not that I would expect anything else there either. Ezreal going for the Duskblade build this game. I don't hate it, but with a Jax and an Udyr, I feel like you could go for a Triforce or even a Sunder just to have a little bit more survivability over the Duskblade. Although if your goal is to one-shot the Talia and the Lucian, then that would be pretty helpful. There's 3 minutes until both the next Baron and Soul Drag for Spectres spawns, so I would expect to see some pretty heavy fighting there. Spectres might look to trade it for the Baron and just push in to grab an inhib. Jonah is almost taken out by the Talia. Has to flash away to stay safe. Lucian ult comes down and manages to pick up the kill. Really well played by Rex. Joel has to also back away from the bot lane. Is going to let Avery push this out. Kathy gets caught out by the Lux, but doesn't go down. And the Ezreal ult goes wide and does not connect onto the Nami. So, should see them back away here unless Avery wants to go for some more turret damage. Talia damage is pretty insane there, forces the flash out from Ezreal. And it's just gonna face tank Joel here and take the turret out from under him. Lux almost goes down. Joel flashes onto Kathy, does manage to pick up the kill, hasn't gone down quite yet, is staying alive. Zac is on his way, but doesn't manage to save him just in time. Jonah is also here, but gets stunned up by the Jax and will manage to dodge some of the skills there, picks up the kill onto Avery. But Rex is here now and his damage output is pretty insane. Splits his focus a little bit, but manages to take out both Layla and Healy, while the rest of the team falls to Sarverus. So this game is looking to be close to over. We might just push to end here. Rex doesn't have help and so is going to back, but Sarverus and Anne are here and they do pretty good damage to the turrets. They might just look for the turrets and then back away. Don't want to risk anything here. Avery hits him with the GG and it looks like it will be the end here. So really well done by Spectres. 15,000 gold lead to end this. Yeah, Rex did end up going the Navori, so well played to both teams. I think that's one of the faster games we've had so far, and hopefully Dean will be back to give us the next game. Alright, so for those of you who are just joining us, we are waiting for Dean to get back to get us into the third game for today, which is the second... No, it would be the first game in the second round. Avery says, every game I repeat the same mantra over and over. I am a top laner and I matter. So true, King. You hit him with that knowledge.
True, top lane does matter. Avery is the sole reason they won that game. You can tell by the
Absolutely.
scoreline. Alright.
Welcome back, Dean.
Yes, yes. Alright, I believe the next game is going to be Andromeda versus New York Nutbusters. So that would be Andromeda has 1 win going into it, and New York Nutbusters would have 0. This would be the first game of the 3rd Swiss round. Can't do draft because it's not a draft game. Hold on, let me get the stats real quick. We just finished watching game 6. So thought I was doing this such a much smarter way yesterday.
What changed?
Oh, I was basically just, I had the image open, and then I was just adding layers to it and then saving it. Because I have all the standings pre-saved, but they have different file names, so I can't just drag and drop.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, so I'll get that fixed real quick. And then we'll have accurate standings, and then, okay, downloads, Frostbite standings,
Justice
Game
for top laner, so true,
6.
Joey.
Overwrite. Perfect. Okay, so Spectres won their game, Andromeda won their game, and the Masked Valor and Pirates won their game. So now we're going to look at the sorted standings when we created the new matchups for the 3rd Swiss round. And they are going to be as follows. So the top 2 teams are going to be Spectres and Metabusters competing, and then Rift Sharks and Masked Valor and Pirates are going to play. And then at the bottom, it is going to be Andromeda versus Nutbusters. So while these were happening in real time, this would have been... Oh, I'm completely trolling. Wait, no, I'm not. Okay. Genius. While these are happening in real time, this would have been the last games that were played on Saturday for those who are trying to follow along. Okay, perfect. Updated. This is going to be Andromeda. And then in-game should be good. So I believe these are going to be a continuation of the same rosters. A notable change would be that Blake got online. So for New York Nutbusters, Blake is going to be playing in this game. And their top laner, who was Michael subbing in, is going to be Blake. And then I believe Taxi is going to play support, and Joel is going to play mid this game. But it's definitely
really
Joel is definitely the sub. That I know for sure. Did not actually get to watch this game. I just am guessing that's the lineup they chose.
Got it.
All right, and we should be getting into game shortly. For some reason, it keeps capturing the client. I need to tell it to... Okay, there we go. And Andromeda comes in with their same mantra from the other game, collecting kids, collect the kids. That's not quite the same thing. Mike is a little confused why they're collecting kids because they missed the previous game.
Finally get to see a Mike Rengar game.
True, and we actually have Blake's Ivern to complement it, and there's a Yumi in the bot lane. Joel's doing the Gangnam style in the mid lane, so fun way to start it off. And oh my lord, what is happening with the Andromeda composition? We have Cassante in the top lane, very normal. We have Mordekaiser jungle, also very normal. Lucian mid, normal but less so. And then Zillion Katarina bot lane. It's very, very much what you'd expect from this team, except not what you'd predict, I guess.
Yep. Mike is going in hard, forces the heal out of Stanley.
Yeah, and Joel had a gold card pulled, but ultimately was not able to get anything done.
Looks like both teams will just back off here. Stanley will go back to base, get some healing done, and will return presumably to his lane. I think he'll be a little bit too late for leash here.
Yeah.
Alright. Looks like Mike will finish up his buff before Alana, but they're doing the same pathing, both pathing towards top side here. What do you build on Katarina support? Oh, it's Dillian support. It's Katarina carry.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, that definitely does make more sense.
Thank you, Blake, for the $25. And thank you for Cam and Stanley for the wonderful overlay. I think the transparent Doinby dancing over the entire screen really ties it together.
Oh, that was an experience right there.
Oh my god.
Alright, Alex gonna look to stay safe against the Zillion poke. Does have the Yuumi sustain to help him through this lane, but
yeah, I think Ivern top is a very Ivern top is a very Blake lane to play. We see a lot of Ivern, Soraka, Bard, stuff like that from Blake. So
yeah.
No GP, but I think it's worth sacrificing the GP if you can get your Rengar fed. But yeah, as you were saying, Cam is trading very aggressively in this lane. It's kind of what you have to do, considering you're playing Lucian mid. The pick is kind of worthless if you don't get a huge lead in lane, because that's what it's designed to do in the solo lane. Looks like Mike is just sitting top lane. Not sure if he's going to make a play. It looks like the lane's in a really bad spot for that to try and actually happen. This Katarina Zillion lane looks like it should do really well into Jin Yuumi, though. The slow onto Zillion kind of stops him from doing anything, and Katarina being able to burst them one by one is exactly what you want to do as Katarina. Dave's going in, but he actually gets popped by the Jin. I'm not sure if there's a tower shot involved there, but no sums were burned from Taxi. And Mike is able to pick up a kill in the jungle. So both of the early kills go over to the side of New York Nutbusters. Something to note is they are currently the only team without a win. And I believe if you are winless in the third round, at the end of the third round of Swiss, that might spell elimination for them. Obviously, it really depends on how well the other teams do. So you could always just kind of pull it back together in the last round. But it would definitely be good news for New York Nutbusters if they're able to have a game going into the final day of Swiss.
I believe in Blake's Ivern. Never failed me before. That's not true. It's already failed me once.
Rengar Ivern Yuumi is filthy.
Yeah, it's pretty gross. Last time it was Blake Ivern mid, which wasn't quite as good, and he's getting traded on really heavily here from Adams Casante. But managing to farm relatively well for Ivern in a solo lane, so props to him. Taxi is pretty far out there, but doesn't get caught out, and the Yuumi Q will hit Stanley, who has almost no mana at this point. Looks like Mike will be looking for a lane gank here, if possible.
I mean, unfortunately, he is not in the lane where he can get additional bushes, but he can use the bushes that are already here. Taxi almost gets caught out there, but hops onto Mike at the last second, is able to pick up a kill onto Dave. Cam's able to pick one up, but there's a lot of damage going down onto Cam, and Mike might be able to pick up another one.
Yeah, that Conqueror getting fully stacked was pretty big there. Forces the flash out from Stanley.
That was a weird jump cut.
Yeah,
Stanley's in a tough spot here. Oh my god, Taxi's able to pick it up! And Mike's able to pick one up too!
Taxi started the needle there.
Yeah, that was an insane Yuumi Q.
Top laners trade flashes. Daisy is up. Casante's only level 5, so he can't go on the Ivern here, and will probably just have to back off. And looks like Blake will just give the thumbs up and back to base. Yuumi's chunked out pretty hard here. This is a huge wave though, for both top and bot to catch. Alright, Adam does hit level 6 on the Cassante. Cam goes in.
Yeah, that was a
with
really good
all-
ultimate. Hit almost every shot, if not every shot in that. Which is tough to do. Especially because
pokes
he
down.
doesn't have boots and Joel does. So,
Yeah, pokes Joel down to about 30% health. I'd expect Joel to have to back here, but looks like he'll be staying for the moment.
it looks like we're at 19 viewers, so still 6 away from the double gifted sub to charity.
We did hit 22 at one point.
Oh, okay. I
You guys are
was not here
slacking a
for
little
that.
on getting your friends in here.
Don't bully them. They play League of Legends. It's normal.
True. Thought you were gonna say don't bully them, we need their money for charity.
Well, that just sounds manipulative. Cam has gotten a tower plate already. The Lucian's in a good spot. He might be able to pull a performance like we just saw from Rex, but he doesn't have the same type of Enchantress to really help him out. Dave's going in for a play here, but the Yumi's looking like a real champion in this fight, which is not what you want to see as the lane playing into it. If the Yumi's able to just detach and cause you problems, it's pretty tough. There's a blue
Actually,
buff
also the
available
only
for
way to hit
Ivern.
6 until now.
Yep. Oh, and the Yumi root comes down. Alex should just be able to pick that up. Taxi falls low but does not die, and Stanley should just die here. The Yumi tried to steal the kill with the auto attack, but Alex is able to pick up another kill on the Jhin.
Game is looking pretty rough here early for Andromeda. Really strong start for the Nutbusters here. And for a team that wants to snowball, especially on the Rengar, who has 4 kills and has not died, that's really scary if you're playing into that. And there's the Rengar Ivern synergy coming out, and Mike will just take all of Blake's farm. And we'll look to go for the Herald, I would assume. Alana might look to trade the drag for this. She is top, or in the bot side of the map, but looks like she's just pathing towards top instead.
Yeah, I mean, this Rengar-Ivern duo it's just good. There's
Pretty
not much you
deadly.
can really do about it. Rengar can normally fight the epic monsters from inside the bush anyway, because you just kind of cut out the dragon or the herald to the pixel brush and then do it. But with Ivern, it makes it a lot easier, and there's no risk of the camp losing patience on you. So it's definitely more helpful for ganks in lane than it is for the epic monsters. But it's just nice to have a little tree friend to help you out.
Everyone needs a little tree friend to help them out.
Yeah, Taxi's
Missed
making really good use of the range
opportunity by-
advantage. Oh, and this is a ult coming from Joel. Hits the stun card onto Stanley, which is not who the Jhin Yumi is targeting. But
I
this could just be
sidestep,
two
I
separate fights that are
believe.
going quite well. The Rengar Ivern shows up. Well, I don't know Ivern, but the Rengar shows up, gets the Yumi attached to him, and he is running down Stanley here. About to pick up another kill, potentially. Stanley burns to flash, but Mike's still going. Decides it's probably better to not. And Blake isn't doing too poorly in the solo lane on his own, but Adam is punishing the weaker laning phase of the Ivern, is up about 20 CS. A part of that is just because Blake's been roaming to help out the Rengar, though.
It is also significantly harder to farm on Ivern than it is on Cassante.
True.
I was gonna say, missed opportunity by Nutbusters to pick a tree-related charity. You could have gone for like Save the Trees or something, and it would have fit the Rengar and the Ivern, but
Yeah. For those of you who do not know, the Nutbusters are donating to the ASPCA if they win the game. Or, not the game, the tournament. That is the charity they have chosen.
also up to $111.
Yep. Oh, and
We've also
Mike is
clicked on it.
about to just pop Cam. Cam falls. Dave is trying to get a play onto Alex, but is unable to pick it up. Alex gets a lot of damage in return. And Dave
Dave flashes
just walks
in,
into
but we'll
tower
just-
and dies.
Oh, that's
Tragic.
rough. Some plates going over to Blake here. but the Cassante TP does come down, and Blake will have to back away here.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about earlier. It is kind of hard for him to do it accurately because, as you can see, the dragon was trying to go back. It is funny, they just trapped the dragon in place by putting a Yuumi and Rengar on either side of it. Alex was able to get a lot of damage down, but he's in a tough spot here, and I believe he's dead there.
Managed to trade the kill, though.
Yeah, well played by Stanley. Makes the best out of a tough situation there for sure.
Does pick up the shutdown off of Alex. I think that was a 300 gold.
That's what it looked like to me,
Pretty
yeah.
Nice. TP comes out by Blake. He's gonna look to just pick up the waves here instead of chasing Adam anymore.
Yep. Joel's just trying to shove out this wave. Cam has a lot of pressure despite the 3 deaths. I forget who was saying this yesterday on the cast, but they made a pretty good point that having deaths doesn't necessarily hurt you if you're like already on a good roam when it happens, or if the wave state synchronizes pretty well. So Cam's still doing well despite the scoreline. Adam's in a tough position here. Oh, and huge root from Blake is able to get the solo kill on Ivern with Daisy helping him out there.
You hate to see it. Well, you might
wait,
love to see it.
I'd love to see Ivern solo kills. That's just fun.
No, you have. Yep.
Like, I mean, same thing. Like Janna top, roaming Janna top, really cringe. Unless she gets a solo kill, then it's hype. I don't know.
I respect your opinion, King. Root does come down onto Yuumi here, who is trading really aggressively into the Zillion, but not much
Cam
to
is
come out of
going for it, but Mike is fighting Alana in the Shadow Realm. Might be able to pick this one up. And it looks like the fight mid just kind of fizzled out. Mike flashes into the bush to hop on Alana and get the kill. Well played. That one came down pretty close. He has completed his first 2 items and has 0 boots. He's expecting to just hop around the map, especially with Ivern to help him out. He doesn't necessarily need them. He does have his ultimate available if he's looking to make a play.
Little bit late to say it now, but maybe a little bit of lack of judgment from Alana bringing Rengar into Brazil. Brazil is noted to have a lot of jungles, and that is the preferred terrain of Rengar.
I mean, the bushes are still in the Shadow Realm, right?
Yes, they are.
Okay. I felt like it could be a thing that they did, but I didn't remember it being true.
Alright, Taxi's going to continue to trade heavily here. Adam is in danger of being dove here, but manages to land the knockup and will manage to walk away with about 50 health.
Almost got that kill. Good flash from Joel to save him. Yeah, I mean, Taxi's doing a little bit of skill expression Yuumi gameplay, which is, you love to see it. Much better than people who just sit on Yuumi and don't do anything. Alex played that really well. The Zillion ult should be able to bail him out. They're trying to stall it out, but if they waited too long, Katarina was just going to get out. They get a nice amount of damage, but aren't able to secure the kill with the ultimate. And the W goes wide. Good footwork by Dave there to avoid another death.
Definitely.
And now Alana's coming bot lane. There could be a play here. Alex is running up looking for something, but that puts him in a really bad position for the gank. What we don't want to see here is a Mordekaiser ulti, unless he gets a huge burst like movement speed there and tries to get out. Ultimately, it does not come down, and now Mike has shown up. There's a 4-man play, good ult from Joel to secure a kill, and the Mordekaiser has fallen.
Yeah, really good collapse there by the Nutbusters. They're up 8,000 gold at less than 16 minutes, which is pretty nutty.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a draft diff, because I feel like these champions are actually pretty good into the Rengar-Ivern combo. Katarina has a lot of ways to move out. Cassante and Mordekaiser are both pretty tanky. Lucian's a bit unlucky, but Zillion does have that revive to try and mitigate it, but I think that just means that it's really good play from Mike. I think this is just kind of what happens. Sometimes in blind pick, the one-trick players get their champions. Surprising that we haven't seen Will play Twitch yet in the tournament. That's the only one that I'm thinking of, because we did see the Stanley Victor. But yeah. Yep, well played by Mike. Yeah, Alana's been doing a really good job of keeping up in farm, despite the fact that she has 4 deaths and Mike only has, or Mike hasn't died yet. The farm is less than a camp away, which is pretty impressive. The same can be said about top and mid lane.
Yeah, the fact that Blake is this close in the CS when he's playing Ivern and has been roaming is pretty impressive. Joel manages to land
Dave
the
should be able to
gold
pick this
card.
up, though. Oh my god, wait, the gold card was huge.
Betrayed!
Yeah,
That was
Dave has to
insane.
burn the flash to get to the dagger.
Mike is gonna look to just pop Adam here. Walks into the bush, the root comes down from the Jhin. Flash comes out from Stanley to get to safety. And it looks like they'll just back off here and go for the drag. Mike is actually going to run towards the Herald to stop Alana from taking it. So the bot lane for Nutbusters will pick up the drag.
Oh, and Rengar is
undetected.
stealth here, I thought. Oh, no, that's just the blue smite. I'm still not used to it yet.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
Mike is in a tough spot here. The whole team's focusing him, but the Yuumi and his Empower W are going to help him a lot, and he's quite fed. I was able to pick up another kill, and Joel does fall to Alana. Good pick off. It's only a 3-for-1. That play could have gone much worse. Definitely a good play from Alana to get a trade from behind. Blake does still have the flash up, did not have to burn it earlier, is able to secure a root and calls down Daisy to hop on top of Alana and picks one up in trade.
Here's the Rengar all is gonna get juked a little bit by the Katarina, but it's just not enough, and the shielding is so insane. He barely takes any damage from that turret, even though he took 3 or 4 turret shots there.
Yep.
Alright, mid lane tier 2 goes down, and they might be going for a bush cheese here. Cam walks up and just gets insta-pop. The Zillion ult does come down, so pretty good reaction timing there from Stanley, but Cam will still go down. The Yuumi ult will root into the Ivern Q, and yeah, it's just a dead Zillion. Alright, they're gonna keep pushing here, take out Alana. Adam is fighting Joel in the side lane, but Dave does go down. Adam gets the kill, but he will be losing his mid lane tier 3 and possibly his inhib here.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to be able to end the game here. Looks like they're choosing not to. The Zillion and Lucian are alive. Lucian's just sitting in base, though. I'm not quite sure what he's doing. He could be waiting for Zeal. That would be my guess, but...
Seems likely, yeah. Adam is going to continue to chip away at the bot tier 1 here. Does not manage to pick it up this time, and the Ivern is here to try to stop him along with the rest of his team. Gale Force comes down, sidesteps the W, but the Rengar ult just
yeah, tough.
pick him up there. Not much you can do there. Baron is up, and they would definitely have the damage to do it. Alana's pull goes wide, but the ult does come down. Joel is
Yep.
probably
Oh,
getting pretty
nice kill
intense
by
deja
Mike.
vu. Yeah, there
And
it is.
Alana should be able to get another one here. Well played. Alana's
Ivern
been
root
playing
just
really well
barely
this
goes
game.
Wide. That was... Yeah, I mean, Mike
stuff, though.
knows his champ really well. Got the vision onto the ward, and then hopped from the Ivern bush into the bush to then be able to jump
Yeah, that's a really heads-up
onto
play.
the... Yeah, no, it was really well done.
Looks like Andromeda seems to have given up a little bit. They keep, when they die, selling their inventories and buying a bunch of different items. Actually, Stanley walked out of base with it, and Adam just flashed in place, so... Okay, it looks like there's just an FF. Bit unfortunate that we did not get to see an entire game there, but I guess you kind of understand it when it's 6-36.
Yeah, well done to Nutbusters, putting themselves on the board.
Yeah.
And I unfortunately am gonna have to head out to get some dinner.
Gotcha. Oh, okay. The client kept showing because I had a separate thing for the client. It wasn't that I had it configured incorrectly. Oops.
Gotcha.
I'm just trying.
Right.
I keep showing draft. That's not a not anything that actually matters. All right, I'm gonna update the standings real quick. So at this point,
I will head out.
Okay.
So good luck.
Yep. Thank you for casting. Hopefully someone else will help me, but if not, that's okay too. All right. After that game, each team has gotten a win. That's always fun to see. I like that each player that got to participate got a chance to shine at least once. And I believe our next game is going to be one of the other round 3 Swiss games. It is going to be Spectres versus Metabusters, it looks like. So that is going to be the game at the top of the standings. So hopefully this one should be pretty high caliber gameplay. We should get to see some fun stuff going on here. And let me double check. It will be Spectres on blue side, and they have a record of, or they have a score of 2 going into this one, whereas the Metabusters have a score of 1. And here, let me just grab the assets real quick. Replace them. Next game, Spectres versus Metabusters. Exactly what we want. And we're going to go ahead and hop into game. Blake with the morale in chat. Very happy that he gets to play as Ivern, I'm sure. And fun for Mike to get to be able to play his champion too. I'm not sure if it's been perma-banned against him in his other games, but definitely not a champion that he gets a lot of chances to play. So fun that he gets his time to shine on a champion that he's pretty comfortable with and definitely enjoys playing. All right, and then we will hop into game 8 as soon as we can. All right. Dude, I love having VODs instead of trying to live spectate a game because there's 0 delay hopping into the game. Big fan of that. I'm hoping I didn't troll the stream today and have it not show any Valorant Pirates games. If I did that, I apologize. I think that actually did happen, so I'm sorry for any Valorant Pirates fans. You will get a game tomorrow, if not 2. Yeah, so I think 2 Valorant Pirates games on both Monday and Wednesday, and unfortunately none today, so that is my bad. I will give them a spot anyway and talk about their charity. Their charity is Vet Ranch. I believe they have a YouTube channel, and on their website it is a YouTube channel created by Dr. Matt Carricker in 2014. Their goal is to spread awareness of the many homeless animals in need of medical attention. It all started when he received an after-hours call to euthanize a stray dog that had been hit by a car. After picking up the dying pup from a dark road and taking it to the clinic, Dr. Matt saw a glimmer of life in her eyes and made the decision to try to save her rather than euthanizing. He pulled out his trusty iPhone and began to film the process of bringing the sweet black lab back to life. In 2021, he passed the torch to Doctors Carrie, Judd, Dave, and Wendy to continue saving lives of Texas abandoned animals as they are the voice for the voiceless. So, good cause. Unfortunately, do not get to see them participate today, but as I've said about the other teams, if that sounds like something that you like, then Valorant Pirates will be the team for you to root for during this tournament. As I say that, Rex is able to pick up a kill to start the game, performing quite well throughout this tournament. Kathy attempts to save him, but I think really just used him as a bouncing point to save herself. Honan walks under tower, but autos the tower and is barely able to escape from the minions. Garrett has actually picked up the Heimerdinger. Again, not very much meta busting going on. That is like one of the most meta champions at the time. There is a Heimer Ashe and they're not in the same lane, which I guess is kind of novel. Joey's playing Olaf, which is really fun. But we do have our first true mirror match of the tournament. We have Noam and Anne both on Zac in the jungle. I don't know if this is coordinated or not, but it's a fun thing to see regardless. Joey is playing quite well so far, has a nice CS lead, and has made Avery burn all 3 of his potions. Rex is falling down quite low here. Honan actually picked up the Cull on his back on that first kill. For some reason it says he has 0 CS. He actually just did have 0 CS. Okay. A bit interesting. I believe this is like the 3rd or 4th wave, so a bit unfortunate to see that, but I guess that early play did happen and he was a little bit late getting to the lane. Anne is level 4 though, and both of the bot laners on Metabusters are only level 2, so this should be a nice kill. Secured by the Zac and handed over to the Samira. Kathy gives some heals to Anne to keep her alive, and Anne should just head back into the jungle. This seems to be the game plan for Spectres, just give kills to Rex and let him carry, and I'm excited to see it happen. Samira Yuumi seems like an odd combination to me, but I like Yuumis in games where you have a very fed member of the team to just be able to keep them alive. That's kind of what we saw in the last game too, except instead of a Rengar, it may be a Samira this game. We will have to see. Mid lane is definitely looking to be in favor of Sarveris. I think it is definitely tough as the Heimer when Ori can just pass her ball through multiple of your turrets, and Anne has another nice gank, setting up kills for both of the sides of the map. She's doing a very good job this game. The early CDR boots, I'm pretty sure that's for the clear. I think the other thing you could probably go is an early Bommies, but the boots are definitely cheaper. And Anne... Oh, that's Noam, actually. The two Zacs is very confusing. Noam is trying to make a play, but realizes that he's not going to be able to do it. But Jacob has to burn the flash and exhaust to survive here. Noam's hop is not yet up. I guess that's the downside of not having the extra CDR. But Garrett is walking down here as well. Is not able to get a play done for their team. But the good news for Metabusters is that they should be able to just pick up a dragon here. They're at a 2,000 gold deficit at about 6 minutes. Hopefully this dragon should give them some passive stats to try and even it out. I'm not sure if Anne's going to be able to spot this out and try and look for a play, but it looks like it should be just an easy pickup for Metabusters. Sarveris is doing pretty well here. Picked up a tower plate to kind of increase his just passive gold income from farming and laning. And Jacob Blast comes back into the lane. Looks like there could have been a play there by Noam, but Rex was planning on backing, actually ended up canceling the back, so that play could have happened bot side, but really good fake base from the Spectres. Now Anne is here. Anne was on a ward though, so I'm not sure why Metabusters is walking up, and this should just be another kill for the Samira. Yeah, that's a play that you'd expect if Anne had Sweetbird and walked through the ward, but she did auto and kill it, so Metabusters should have had vision of that play coming, but fortunately did not respond to it correctly, and Jacob does die, giving another kill over the Samira. Honan is looking to try and run down Anne here, but really just is not able to, especially considering Zac has the passive. It's a tough situation to try and commit that many resources to it. fighting is continuing in bot lane and is looking to leave, but Rex is just running in here. Wind walls the bubble, and yeah, Rex is just able to pick up another kill. Goes in, looking for another one. That's Ghost Burn from Honan. Something to note this game is that the Meta Busters have actually strayed away from the Ashe Seraphine bot lane. It is possible that simply too many games of Seraphine just melted Jacob's brain and he wanted to go back to his comfort pick on the Nami. Or maybe he expected Kathy might try and do a mirror matchup. The double Zac hop at the same time is quite funny. I'm loving this blind pick. Getting to see mirrors is something that we will never get to see in a normal scrim, so definitely some fun stuff going on here. I guess I will take the time. If you did not realize this at this point, this stream is for charity, so any subs, tips, or bits that are given to the channel at this time will go to a charity of the winner of the tournament's choice. Oh my god, huge play from Avery. Goes in, gets a double stun, and is able to pick up the first kill, and they're just sweeping the floor with the other Zac. This is 3 kills for Spectres, a 9-1 play. And Spectres has a huge lead here. But yeah, as I was saying, you can feel free to go down to the donation link on our About page and give a donation. It will pop up on the chat or on the screen. So nice little addition that we also don't normally have. And it will go to a good cause. So yep, and could be in trouble here. Yep, Garrett is able to pick up a kill here. Both mid laners doing pretty well this game. Joey was off to a pretty strong start, but I believe Riven is Avery's second highest Master Champion, so it is not surprising to see him doing quite well. That team fight for him was absolutely huge, and Rex is absolutely dominating this bot lane. He has like a 50 CS lead and 5 kills. Definitely not something you want to see as meta busters, but it's possible that they can overcome it. You might want to just play around this Heimerdinger. It could be hard for Samir to kind of come in and take care of the turrets, but Samir ult should also just pick them up pretty quickly, so could be tough. Normally I would not be a fan of just going into Olaf as an AD carry, but considering the lead that Rex has accrued at this point, it should be a pretty safe play for him to make. I will shout this out one last time. Noam did offer to give 2 gifted subs if the stream hit 25 viewers. I don't know if that's for every day or just for today, but we're sitting at 20 right now, so if you want to encourage your friends and hop on, that a few extra dollars to the charity that wins, so could be fun. Metabusters is able to pick up another kill there. Good initiation from Noam to catch someone out. But Anne does the exact same thing on the other team, is actually able to pull Garrett into a turret and secure a kill for the Spectres. Yeah, both Noam and Jacob are actually playing a champion that they have not played yet in the tournament. We see Noam on the Zac instead of on one of the various Scion jungle builds. Looks like Noam's actually doing a pretty good job of securing objectives this game, despite the deficit that the Metabusters are facing right now. It's about a 6,500 gold deficit, but with the 2 dragons, it kind of cancels it out to around 4,000 in terms of effective stats on the teams. And Rex is looking to just fight Joey under tower. Do not recommend that play, but it's actually able to stall out the Olaf ultimate, and the Yuumi Ignite takes the kill. The Yuumi ultimate was able to actually root Joey because that ultimate did run out. Really good play from Rex. And Kathy followed up on it very successfully. Rex looks for a kill on the Nami, is not able to get it. The shield bow pop negates one of the tower shots, and now Rex is going in. Kathy's tanking. Kathy falls, but that's 3 Zac kills on various teams. 2 of them going to Anne, I believe, and the other is picked up by Noam on Kathy. The stun barely misses. Not sure if that follow-up would have gotten them a kill, but always good to try. And gets spotted out on a sweeper here. The Zax just trade plays, but it looks like Ann hit and Noam didn't. Rex is able to get the... Rex does not get the 1v1 on Joey. Joey with a great play is able to take Rex down as Rex goes in. Ann's falling down quite low. I think Ann's going to die as well. Sarvis with a huge Orianna ulti, and Ann's able to flash out and survive. Sarvis making a great play there, bailing out the jungler of the Spectres. Gold lead is at 7k. Again, 2 dragons going the other way, so it kind of mitigates it. But Riven is just getting to free farm on the opposite side of the map. It looks like Avery is very happy to be outside of this lane. There's a pretty early lane swap where they sent Rex and Kathy top lane. Could be because the lane got broken open, but I think you also just don't necessarily want to be fighting into an Olaf as Riven. Radiant Virtue picked up for Anne here, and it looks like she's going to go Demonic afterwards. I'm not sure what else those items would build to on Zac. But it looks like Noam is going for an early Sunfire and then building into something else. I'm not entirely sure what it would be. Joey's looking to get an aggressive play here onto Rex. Kathy's not quite here yet, but Joey commits before he sees that Kathy's coming. Does not expect Rex to dash through him like that, so the axe is going to be very far away from where he wanted it to be. That play is going to eventually fizzle out. I think Rex and Kathy could get the dive off here. The arrow comes down onto Yuumi, but Joey can't fight this. The turret falls before he's able to walk up and make a play. Honan is here looking to get revenge on Rex for the early part of the game. Both AD carries just leveled up, I'm pretty sure, but he's CC immune, but he's not immune to the Inferno trigger, so he falls down pretty quickly. Noam has no other targets to tether Rex to. Rex gets another ult off this fight. And there's the lifesteal, and Yuumi is crazy. That's another kill. He stays alive. That Inferno trigger comes out. It's the third one of the fight. Honan's trying to 1v6 the minions and hops on top of all 4 blobs that make up Noam. Noam tries to get out, but that auto pulls him out of the charge. And now Anne and Kathy should just be able to run him down. The smite comes down. Noam actually does manage to get out this time, it looks like, but their elastic slingshots are on the same cooldown, and Anne lands right on Noam's head. 10 stack Dark Seal. That gives you a bit of extra damage. And Noam fell to that. Such a funny play. It really was. The double Zac is a very fun combo to watch. I hope we get more mirror matches later on, but unfortunately we only have 4 more blind pick games, so I'm not sure how much time there is left for that. Garrett gets a lot of damage, is actually able to pick up Sarvis in the play, and I don't think Avery has any follow-up. Rex's ulti is cancelled by Jacob. Good timing on the Nami wave. Windwall can normally stop that, but I think it was already burned to stop a bubble. And this is the 3rd dragon going over to Metabusters. They're definitely losing in terms of kills and objectives, but they might be able to make it up by getting a nice Dragon Soul. Kathy could look for a steal as Yuumi, but you're really just not going to get it. Might as well throw in a Q there for the culture, but there is not even an attempt to try and do it. Do not falter for that decision, but is what it is. 3 dragons to Metabusters could be good. I'm not sure if the Cloud Soul is impactful enough to flip the game. I do think it's one of the strongest souls in the game. I think public opinion is that it is... or public opinion by pro players, so I don't know if that's like everyone's opinion, but I think it's up there. One of the best, if not the best, But yeah, as Noam's saying in chat, the Cloud Soul is not great for their team specifically. It's really good for Olaf, but I think that's about it. That's 1,000 gold going over to Honan, who is really behind in the item department, so that should help him out. He should have a mythic after that fight, but Sarvis gets revenge, is able to pick off Garrett, and Rex with another great Inferno trigger, picking up a lot of kills. Yeah, and that's a mid lane turret taken for Rex. He's getting quite strong here, but it looks like there's a play going onto him. He dashes through the wave to get away from Noam, and that gives time for Avery to show up. Noam realizes he's in trouble, and he just flashes out over the wall and manages to survive. Yeah, Joey's having a hard time pushing out anywhere. Both the top and bot waves are just so long, and at this point there's enough people that can run him down. Honan hits a really good ultimate. Oh, good flash from Sarvis to survive from Garrett. Honan was slow to complete his item because he was building lifesteal before his Gale Force, and Rex is just so strong. He goes in there, pops an easy triple kill, the Inferno trigger getting work done. The gold lead is 11,000 at 19 minutes. It's absurd. I don't know, this is just one of those games where you have an early play that feels really good, and then you're actually at a pretty tough spot because Honan was late getting back to lane. He did have the extra call, but being level 1 at that point is just super rough. When the jungler comes and he has 2 levels on both the bot laners, it's just a tough situation. You have to play really well to get out of that. But easy trap to fall into. And Garrett face checks Rex. You hate to see it. Rex is holding ultimate. Is about to have the flash up. Dashes in, but the ultimate is no longer available. Rex gets a triple kill. The Ash arrow comes out, but does not hit anybody. Seems to narrowly avoided Avery all the way back at the mid turret, but Sarvis is getting a lot of damage done. This is a very well played game from Sarvis. Looks like Joey was so close, but he just doesn't have enough lifesteal in his kit to survive that play. Burned both summoner spells and an ultimate. Sarvis was still able to pick up the kill. Well played. Rex in chat saying love to see it as he completely face rolls the other team. I appreciate the vote of confidence from himself. Okay, and Noam's actually able to pick up 1,000 gold shutdown. Noam said, don't worry, King will rub it in your face during the season. Actually, no, you just rubbed in his face right then with this shutdown. Rex is humble. He admits it. You can blame that play. He did step up too far. You know, he has the most kills in the game, but he also has the most deaths on his team. So, is he trolling? Possibly. We'll have to see. Oh, and Joey gets caught out. He pops a CC immune, but anyone with a Yuumi at this point is just too strong. Yuumi's at 3 items. Yuumi has more items than the solo laners on her team. Noam does not get the dragon. It could have clinched a soul, but their team's just getting wiped. Onan pinging Noam's smite. And is running at Garrett, but decides not to chase it. It looks like they might just focus on an end. They have Baron, and they just stopped Soul, so could be a good call for them to just try and end the game right here. Yeah, I've noticed some of a little bit of internal banter on MetaBusters. You'll have to see a good team environment where you're able to make jokes with each other even when you are losing a game. So, like to see the positive mentality. And Rex goes in, starting to wipe people. He's picked up 2 kills. He goes for the 3rd. Are we going to see a pentakill? Jacob does not die yet. Jacob now dies quadra kill. And Noam cancels it. And he's just going to let Rex get the pentakill. No, and steals it! And trolling. Ah. Report him. Report. And Anne's own team very upset, and MetaBusters is glad that Anne stole the penta. Yeah, and that is the last game of the day. Thanks again to everyone who watched, and especially those who donated. Always good to fund a nice charitable cause. That has yet to be revealed. It's definitely one of the 6 that we've seen, but that was a banger of a game to end on for sure. Very good stuff from all the teams. I'm personally just very happy that we've gotten to see every team win at least one game at this point. As we head back to the waiting stage, we should be able to see the updated standings. Not sure why they're not there yet, but Spectres is going into the final Swiss round with 3 wins, while 4 of the remaining 5 teams are going to have 1 win, and that means that the next game we're going to see tomorrow is going to be Rift Sharks versus Masked Valor and Pirates. It is the final game remaining that we have not yet gotten to see in the 3rd Swiss round. Both of these teams are coming in on even footing. Both with 1 win to their name, so it should be a pretty close game. I'm personally pretty excited to watch it, although I participated in it, so if anyone is willing to help me out with the cast, so that I don't have to cast my own game at 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, stream starts then, everyone be there, should be fun. I would greatly appreciate that. Alright, can't wait to see the Hong sub. True. Rex says out of his 3 games that he played, he feels like the Lucian one was the best one. Could be true. That game was pretty dominant. But yeah, I will be heading off. Thank you again to everyone who watched. And have a good night, and hope to see all of you again tomorrow at 7 p.m. again. Then after that, there will be one more day, and the final day will just be the bracket stage.